It's 2024 and it's time for 5 new Spectrum games. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm going to dig out today 5 new or new-ish Spectrum games. Perhaps not the very latest releases, but all these games are new to me. And we're going to start off with Seraphima. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's by Zoisha Entertainment. Remember them? They did the superb Travel Through Time, Northern Lights Travel Through Time. The plot that scrolls past gives you some background, but really doesn't tell you much about how to play the game. It's a 1 to 8K only Spectrum game. A sampled speech. So you are Seraphima, who is a lady with big wings. And very colourful graphics. Reminds you of dynamic games. Those Spanish games with the huge graphics. Mother, you're a brave girl, Seraphima. The ghost is going to give you some things to shoot the enemies. It's a walk around and shoot things and discover things. Action adventure. And all very well presented. Avoids colour clash, but there are some fairly big borders around the graphics. You can see on Seraphima there, sometimes the wings go against the background and there's a very big black border. But hey, it avoids all the colour clash. So now we've got some big guns. And that lady doesn't look much like, who does she look? Who is that? There was some Radio 1 DJ in the 90s looked like that, but it doesn't look like the lady on the title screen. Anyway, now Seraphina is running around with her big guns, and you can go through doors and run around. There's parallax scrolling on some of the screens. Ammo appears to be unlimited, and a feather will increase the maximum amount of health you can have. But you can go through doors, you just have to walk through them. And you pick up objects and put them in your inventory. Or inventory. Forwards it on. Now down here, I thought that'd be a fall to my death, but apparently no. When you pass a flag, that's a restart point. Still see, oh no, I was going to say, see no baddies to shoot yet, but here's one. Oh, very Turrican explosion. Lovely stuff. It's very well presented. Very well presented. It's a Robocop robot. Baddies, I'm dead. Baddies seem to take a lot of shots to kill. I don't know if there's any weapon upgrades or not. So when you die and you've passed a flag, this happens. And you have to walk back to the flag and then you restart. When you restart, you go back to the restart point. You have to fetch any keys you previously used to open doors to get back to where you were. That's really annoying. If you've opened a door, the door should remain open. You shouldn't have to go back. A restart point should be a restart point. In terms of everything you did up to that point. Oh, a big triangle. In terms of everything up to that point you've done should be remembered. You shouldn't be going back to get more keys and things. Or indeed, pull a lever, which is what I had to do there. It's such a well-presented game, which you'd expect from these coders. I'm going to say, although it's really well presented, I'm just not quite feeling it in the same way I did with Northern Lights Travel Through Time. I'm not getting that want to play it again feel. And that's a personal thing with this particular genre of game, not a fault with the game itself. Do try it out. Next up, we've got Cursed Castle by Fran Souls. And looking like a more old-fashioned game as opposed to the previous game, like a $1.99 budget title. And there's a bit of precision jumping needed here and a puzzle to get out of here. How do I get out of here? But eventually I get out, and it's suddenly looking like ghouls and ghosts, or ghosts and goblins. And knights running around the graveyard, firing swords. But the game's far more than that. You have to collect 17 rings and then put them in the correct places. Presentation, well, yeah, it's not Seraphina, is it? But it's still looking pretty good. If you got this as a budget title back in the day, you wouldn't be questioning it. It's perhaps not up there with the presentation of the latest Spectrum games, but it's very, very playable, if simplistic. Animation could be better, and I just think a thumping soundtrack might help the game along a bit. Yeah, I might also mind games like Sir Fred as well. That kind of genre, and it's nice to see something new that doesn't have to be particularly polished, but brings back the memory of those games that we played 84, 85, 86, before things got more complex with the Monty Mole games, or the later Monty Mole games with the higher level presentation. I quite like it. It's not a standout game, but it's an enjoyable one, and one that evokes the right kind of memories. Speccy Soccer. I picked this up not realising it is by the same code as CPC Soccer, which I wasn't that happy with when I reviewed the CPC version, because the game, well, to be honest, made me feel pretty nauseous. Not in terms of the game itself, it was motion sickness the game gave me with the jerky scrolling, which was an enormous shame because it was trying to bring a sensible soccer-style game to the CPC. So I'll be interested to see how the Spectrum version works out, because there's a lot less memory to throw around on the screen, so it should be a bit smoother. So we set the game up. Lots and lots of options. If I say sensible soccer to you, that's your expectation. I mean, look, it's so obviously trying to be sensy. Even the tune sounds like Richard Joseph's original sensible soccer theme. In fact, is it the whole thing? No, it's not quite. Anyway, this is the latest edition, Community Edition. I'm going to set up a friendly. You choose which team you want to play from the badges, which is a nice touch, although some of them are a little bit difficult to tell. I mean, which is that one next to Fulham? Between Southampton and Fulham, what's that? It will tell you when you scroll over. Manchester City. Sorry to any Manchester City supporters watching. It must be awful for you to be supporting Manchester City. Anyway, we're going to play Southampton versus Wolves. So you select which team you are at this stage. And look, it's a sensible soccer style team selection screen. Apparently the game can't cope with the N of Southampton. And there's Wolves. The tune starts. It looks nippy. It's a rainy day with paddles. I am the green transparent team with a circle around me. So I'm going down the pitch. So it's pretty fast. Animation is, well, you're not going to get Sensi Amiga levels of animation on the Spectrum. But so far, having played this, I don't seem to be getting the same nauseous feeling I was getting playing the CPC. It was a game I wanted to love, and yet I couldn't because it made me feel ill. What's going on here? Nothing. Hello? Computer? Computer? Hello, computer? Yeah, let's try again. Let's go for England versus Senegal. I have no idea what happened there. The game just ran like that for 5 minutes, basically. Nothing happening. Got perfect conditioned field. Yet again, I am the transparent team with the circle around my player. So let's kick the ball to one of my players using the X. Senegal. Senegal are going to score. Did they score? No, they didn't. Oh, I'm getting hammered here. Come on, right. Okay, I've kicked the ball hard. It can be a little bit difficult at times to see even where the ball is. It's not your player because you've always got the circle around you. But when you've got the back to the... Oh, why didn't I score there? When you're running up the pitch, or the computer's running up the pitch, it can be hard to see the ball. Or when it's in a melee of players. It's very fluid though. I'm liking this. No, I'm really not getting the problems I had with the CPC version. This is far better. Someone's going to say, actually, it's the same frame rate or something like that. Can't explain it. Got same setup, same screen. I had a lot of problems with the CPC version. This is far, far better. So fluid. And like sense, you got to get the hang of it. Right, okay, we're going to get to the pitch. Come on, let's go. Diagonal. Hit the ball. Oh no. Hit the crossbar. Senegal. Oh no, I've got the ball off Senegal. Oh, it's at half time. Right, okay. Off we go. Do I need to score? I'm going up now. See what I mean? Oh, I've scored! I've scored! Yay! Oh, we get a slow motion replay. Wicked. Lovely stuff. The tune's really nice. I don't know if there's an option to turn it off and have crowd noises. I think I might prefer... Oh, fail. When did Senegal score? Have I missed that? I'm paying so little attention to him because I'm trying to talk that I didn't notice when they actually scored. Full time. We ended up 2-1 to Senegal. I think Speccy Soccer is lovely stuff. A must play. Pacman. Marco Leal has ported Pacman to the Speccy, and he's done it to be completely accurate to the arcade. So this is the definitive version of Pacman for the Spectrum. So let's see how this goes. There shouldn't be any surprises because it's Pacman. Oh, it's very smooth. Look how smooth it is. I was playing that horrible LCD game the other week. It's lovely to get some proper Pacman action. Yeah, come on. Let's chase him. Oh! It's great. It's great. It's great. It is Pacman. I mean, I don't know what more I can say. Really, it aims to be an accurate port of Pacman for the Speccy. And here it is. Short of turning the monitor on the side. Round here. It sounds like 48K sound to me. So I assume this game happily runs on a 48K machine. Perhaps there could be an AY version for 128K machines for beefier sound, but I'm not gonna complain. Is it? A little bit of colour clash when the ghosts get too close to each other, but you can't avoid that. You just can't. Come on, let's see if I can just finish this level. Oh, right, I've got 2, 1. All done. That's great. It's nothing new, it's nothing exciting, but it is an authentic port of Pacman for the Spectrum, and for that, I applaud it. Johnny the Ghost is a 1994 game for the Atari XL and XE that's been ported to the Spectrum just last year, basically 2023. And what you have to do is collect the treasure by walking into it. You can't jump on it, and pushing boxes into gaps so you can get at the treasure, like that. So I can hopefully just pick that bit of treasure up there. But you can't drop on it, so you have to find a way to get to the treasure from the side. Now that's not going to work, is it? No, I'm going to die because I've completely fouled up. So here we go. Each level is on a time limit, and the game starts you off relatively easy, but gets very difficult very quickly. And your ghost can also hang off things like that there. So what you have to do here is go underneath it, like yay, and there again, and pick the treasure up. Go down there, and all done. It's got that Codemasters puzzle game kind of sound track. It's just fitting. It just works. So as I said, the game gets quite difficult very quickly. And how on earth do you do this? Well, I've puzzled over this level quite a bit, and I've still not managed to work it out. And one thing I must say about this version over the original Atari is this version has so much better presentation. The original game appears to have a ghost character that looks like a Pacman ghost, and this looks more like oh, I've trapped myself. It's a much more oh, I haven't. No, I have. It's a much more polished affair. Lots of colour, loads of character in the main sprite, great sound. No, this is absolutely fantastic stuff. So that's 5 new games for the Sinclair Spectrum. Seraphima has superb presentation. If you like action-adventure games, then you've got plenty to explore in here. For me, it does have that slight dynamic feel of, here's some wonderful presentation, but I'm just not getting pulled into the game. Cursed Castle has the feel of perhaps a 199 Firebird game from 1986, and that's a good thing. Not every new release has to have superb graphics and sound. Sometimes it's about evoking a feeling, like you've discovered a game from 1986 that no one else has played until now, and that's what Cursed Castle is. Speccy Soccer, I must admit my heart sank when I realised I was going to be reviewing this game, because I hadn't made the connection with the Amstrad version, but I was so pleasantly surprised. The Amstrad version made me feel ill just because of the movement, and that was a kind of a deal breaker for me. The scrolling was far too jerky. The Spectrum version, no, it's got speed needed. The Specky can throw the screen around far easier than the CPC can because it's a more efficient display. And it's such a playable game. So much thought has been put into it. Some people might say they've just ripped off Sensible Soccer, and that's unfair. To have a Sensible Soccer style game on the 8-bit, specifically the Spectrum version here, wow, it plays so well. I really like what they've done within the very confined limitations of the ZX Spectrum. You know, I really hope these guys do a C64 version. I love it. Pacman, what can I say? It's an authentic Pacman conversion for the Spectrum. Well done to Marco for doing this. The Spectrum's needed it for years. Johnny the Ghost on the surface looks like another 8-bit platform puzzle game, but it's really well presented, and I like the way the puzzles are thought through. And if you compare it to that original Atari 8-bit version, you can see just how far these guys have advanced the presentation. I really like it. And above all, in its 42nd year in existence, the ZX Spectrum is still getting quality games like this.